Hey guys, just a little trigger warning in this video. I do mention the allegations briefly. I do not go into any graphic detail about them, but I do mention them briefly when talking about my love for Good Omens and how it was tainted. So if you don't want to hear about them, please click off and take care of yourself. Have a good day. Guys, I want my Good Omens phase back. And I'm not just talking about liking or loving the show again. When I talk about my Good Omens phase, I mean the all-consuming love that I had for the show when I first started. I'm never gonna get that back. Like, even if I one day get to a place where I'm like, okay, I can live with the show's ending. The show isn't ruined. It's fine. I will never get that all-consuming love back. Ever. Like, even before season 3 came out, I still was searching for that, consuming love, and it just wasn't there because I grew up. I wasn't 19 anymore. I just want it back. And you can, sometimes I say to myself, like, oh, you have Doctor Who, it's fine. Doctor Who is stable. Like, it's obsessive, but it's stable. Like, I don't lie awake at night thinking about Doctor Who because it doesn't have one of those all-consuming love stories, because fuck the Doctor and Rose, am I right? I'm kidding. Like, if you like the Doctor and Rose, that's fine. But, like, I don't believe, in my humble opinion, that Doctor Who has any kind of all-consuming love story at the center of it, because that's not the point of Doctor Who. When Good Omens has a all-consuming love story at the center of it, you want to pay attention to that, and especially if the two leads, which they do, have chemistry. Maybe if the ending hadn't been so utterly shit, maybe I would have been able to get that love back. But to be honest, like, I think it all started with the allegations. Once the allegations were a thing, it died. Like, a part of it did die. I tried to get it back. I tried to get back into it, and I think a part of it just died. Some part of it was still there at the time, and then it was killed by... The remainder of it was killed by that fuck of an ending. It's like Game of Thrones. Like, people love Game of Thrones, but the ending is just so... Gah! And it's the same with fucking, like... Let me think of something else. Because there's so many shows that you can compare this to. Like, there's so many shows out there that you can sit there and you can be like, the ending absolutely ruined it. It's true. Good Omens is far from the first show to fall victim to this. Like, so many shows, and I can't even name them right now, but so many shows have fallen victim to the same fate, where it's like the whole show, like, the show as a whole is good, but the ending completely undermines and ruins everything. Lost is another one. I've never seen Lost, don't plan to, because I know how it ends, so what is the point? And it's not just I know how the show ends, so there's no point in watching it. It's I know how the show ends, and the show's ending undermines everything. So what's the point in watching something that's going to be undermined and retconned later? I fucking hate when shows do that. It's not just a Good Omens thing, it's in everything, right? It's in everything. It's when a show pulls shit like that and is like, oh, that never happened, by the way. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you think that people are going to be happy with that? You probably don't, and you probably want to upset people if you're going to do an ending like that. I don't care how impactful you want to make that shit. In terms of Good Omens, let me just state my opinion. Two humans that look like Aziraphale and Crowley getting together is not... Like, that's not satisfying for anyone. I know some people say that, Aza and Anthony were cute. Fair enough. But you cannot sit there and say that they are the same people. And you most certainly can't sit there and try and tell me that you would have rather Aza and Anthony over Aziraphale and Crowley. Aziraphale and Crowley are dead! And they literally never got to be together, and it was so sad. I remember when the early reviews came out and they were like, oh, ineffable husband shippers are going to be fed. What the fuck? We were barely fed. It was like being fed through a tube that wasn't working properly. You talked about, like, ineffable husbands' moments throughout the thing. Even if they ended up together, even if they didn't die, than 5 romantic moments that they had? I don't think so. I don't think that they had any romantic moments to count with. Because nobody on production gave a shit. The core of the story was to have these two immortals spend eternity together. That was the whole point. That was the core of the entire show. If they didn't have the relationship that they did, this show wouldn't have been half as popular. Fucking fight me on that. Their relationship was the gem of it, was the center of it, was the thing that strung it all together. And then you killed your main characters, and then you were like, oh, here are two people that look like them. Fuck off! I have recovered from the pain, because it has been a few months, and, I've just, yeah, it was my special interest, but it's also, you can't do anything about it, so I don't see a point in still being visibly upset about it and not getting on with my life. If you're still upset about it, which I also obviously am, that's fine. I'm not judging anyone. I just got to a point, though, where I was, so upset that I didn't want to do anything. It was so bad. And I was so angry, and, there's no point in being angry because you can't change it. I remember a now deleted video that I posted where I let out all my anger, and I got called out for that shit. And so I deleted the video, and it was just, there's no point in being angry over something fictional that you cannot change. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's there's no point in sitting there and just letting the negative emotions get to you. Because at the end of the day, I know people don't want to hear this, but guys, it is just a TV show. It's not real. I know we didn't get the ending we wanted, and I know some of us invested years of our lives into this show and its story, just for it all to be retconned and being like, haha, that never happened. I get it. But I'm also at a point where I'm like, I still care that it ended that way. And the show is still ruined for me, but I'm not going to let it consume my emotions because it's a show. And you know what? Some of us, I hope all of us actually, if we're unhappy with the ending, or those of us who are, can at least pretend that it ended at season 2. Because even if it did, we can, like I said before, we can still assume that they got back together eventually. Whereas with season 3, it kind of undermines that, and it's like, nope. I could sit here all day and be like, oh, I'm annoyed at this and I'm annoyed at that, and I hate everyone on production. There's no point. I wanted this to be the last video I made on Good Omens, but I still like talking about it because it did define my channel for a while. It did get me a really small community of really kind and lovely people. I met Maddie, who I now consider a great friend. It's changed my life in a lot of ways, and I'm grateful for it, And I wish I still had that love. I do. But, what can you do? There's nothing we can do. I know that people are writing fan fiction about fixing that ending. Some people are happy with it. And you know what? I'm happy for you. But I wasn't one of the people that was okay with it. And I need to just live with that. At the end of the day, it's just a TV show, and despite the fact that I'll probably never be watching the show or interacting with the fandom again, it gave me happiness. And that's something to reflect on. It gave me happiness during a time of extremely poor mental health, and it gave me hope. It pushed me forward. And it just made me smile on really dark days. And I will forever be grateful for that. So yeah. I'm grateful to Good Omens. Hate the ending, but grateful to it. And it's nice to reflect on it. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing okay. If you have any thoughts in the comments, let me know. And I'll see you all next time. I don't know what I'm doing now with the channel. It's probably gonna die, I'm gonna be honest. But this was fun. It was fun to catch up and just update y'all on my thoughts and stuff. Alright. Stay safe, everyone.